The fluorescent hum of the lobby lights seemed to echo the pounding in Emily Chen's chest as Sophia Harrington's voice sliced through the air like a razor. "You call this professional? You're done here, fired." Sophia waved the employee handbook like a weapon, her red-bottomed stilettos echoing off the polished marble as she loomed over Emily's desk. The words hung there, heavy and final, while 20 coworkers froze in place mid-sentence, mid-stride, mid-breath, turning the bustling morning into a silent spectacle. Emily's coffee mug slipped from her fingers, spilling dark liquid across her neatly stacked merger files. "What? What did you say?" she stammered, her voice barely above a whisper, hands trembling as the reality sank in like ice water. Sophia flipped her sleek, salon-perfect hair and sneered, her designer suit screaming entitlement. "You heard me, Emily. This is Apex Investments, not some thrift store. Khakis and a plain blouse? Pathetic. I don't know how you even got through the door. But you're out now." The security guard, old Tom, who'd shared stories about his grandson's Little League games with Emily every shift for 5 years, shifted uncomfortably, his face a mask of confusion. But Sophia was already snapping her fingers at him, pointing at Emily like she was trash to be hauled away. The lobby air thickened with unspoken judgment, eyes darting between the two women, no one daring to intervene. That's when the glass doors hissed open, and Victor Tran stepped in. Time stretched like taffy. Victor's gaze locked onto Emily's across the room, his lined face softening into that familiar, fatherly smile she'd earned over 2 grueling years of building trust. He strode forward, arms wide, completely bypassing Sophia, who stood gaping like a fish out of water. "Emily," he said warmly, pulling her into a hug that smelled of fresh coffee and quiet strength. "Ready for the big day? This merger's as much yours as mine." Emily clung to him for a second longer than usual, fighting the burn in her eyes, not from defeat, but from a simmering rage that threatened to boil over. She pulled back, her voice steady despite the storm inside. "Victor, I'm sorry. I just got fired. The deal. It's off, I guess." The lobby chilled instantly, like someone had cranked the AC to Arctic levels. Victor's smile evaporated, his dark eyes narrowing as he turned to Sophia, who instinctively stepped back. "You did what?" His tone was low, controlled, but laced with the kind of quiet fury that came from a man who'd clawed his way from nothing, a Vietnamese refugee arriving in America with $50 and a dream, building Trantech Solutions into a powerhouse. To grasp the full weight of this moment, though, you have to rewind 6 hours, to when Emily's alarm pierced the pre-dawn silence of her modest Queens apartment. She lay there in the dim light, staring at the cracked ceiling, mentally rehearsing every detail. The merger docs were polished, contracts bound, all waiting for Victor's signature to seal Apex's largest deal ever, $3 billion. Merging Trantech's innovative software with Apex's financial muscle. Emily hadn't just managed this, she'd nurtured it. Not because it was assigned, but because Victor reminded her of her own dad, a tireless immigrant who'd juggled 2 jobs in a Chinatown sweatshop to give her a shot at the American dream. Victor had started Trantech in a garage, coding through nights while raising his kids alone after losing his wife. Their first meeting 2 years ago? While Apex execs in tailored suits droned on about ROI and synergies, Emily had noticed the faded photo on his desk, his late wife, smiling amid lotus flowers. She loved gardening, Emily had said softly, sharing her own mom's stories of tending herbs in their tiny balcony plot. That sparked 4 hours of real talk, family sacrifices, cultural clashes in corporate America, the invisible barriers for folks who didn't fit the Ivy League mold. From there, It wasn't just business. Emily learned basic Vietnamese phrases to chat with Victor's elderly mom during visits. She sent handmade cards on his wife's death anniversary, not corporate branded, but personal, with pressed flowers. When his son graduated college last year, she drove upstate on her own time, bearing a homemade faux recipe from her family to celebrate. No MBA textbook taught that. But it built a bridge of trust in a world where deals often crumbled on suspicion. Victor saw her as more than an account manager. She was family in a cutthroat industry that chewed up loyalty like yesterday's news. Emily arrived at the office by 6:15 a.m., the building a ghost town of echoing hallways. She brewed coffee in the empty break room, settled at her lobby-adjacent desk, preferring the pulse of people over some isolated cubicle, and dove into final reviews. Her setup was practical chaos, dual monitors flickering with spreadsheets, a mug reading World's Okayest Hustler from her buddy Lisa, files on the merger that could reshape lives. She wore her usual, clean khakis, a soft blouse, sensible flats, comfort for the 60-hour weeks, not flash. Clients like Victor never cared. They valued her results, not her wardrobe. By 7:45, her phone buzzed. Victor. Morning. Emily. Leaving the hotel now, still on for 10. Absolutely, she replied, warmth creeping into her voice. Everything set. This is huge for both sides. His chuckle was gentle. Not for the companies, Emily. For you. I trust you, that's why I'm here. The words lingered after the call. A reminder in an industry obsessed with bottom lines that real connections mattered more than any pitch deck. Then, at 8 o'clock, the vibe shifted. Staff trickled in. Phones rang. The quiet shattered. And in walked Sophia Harrington. Rumors had buzzed for weeks about VP Harrington's daughter starting today. Fresh from some elite business school. No experience. But slotted into associate consultant, thanks to Daddy's pull. Her outfit screamed old money, $1,000 blazer. Louboutins clicking like accusations. Emily caught glimpses during the HR tour, Sophia's lip curling at the dated decor, her words making the guide flush. Then those sharp eyes fixed on Emily, scanning her outfit with predatory glee. Handbook already in hand. Excuse me, Sophia drawled, approaching with feigned civility. Do you even know about our dress code? Emily looked up. Mid-sip. Sorry. Who are you? Sophia Harrington, she announced, as if it carried weight. Associate consultant. And clearly, we have standards issues here. She jabbed at the policy page, business professional only. This? It's sloppy. Like you rolled out of bed. Whispers rippled as heads turned. Emily kept calm. I put in 60 hours a week. Comfort helps me focus. No clients ever complained. Sophia's laugh was brittle. Cutting. Clients? Who trusts someone dressed like they're heading to a yard sale? And then the bomb. You're fired. Victor's entrance froze the scene. But the silence shattered when he demanded answers. Sophia straightened, oblivious to the storm. Enforcing policy. She's violating dress code. It's my duty as management. Victor's gaze bored into her, reading her like an open book. Who are you? Sophia Harrington, she preened. My father's James Harrington, VP of Ops. And you should talk to our CEO about this mess. She actually smiled, misreading him as an ally, gesturing toward the elevators like a tour guide. Victor glanced at Emily, his expression hardening with resolve, then followed without a word. Tom hovered awkwardly. Emily. What the hell? No clue, she whispered. Legs like jelly. Rage coiling in her gut. 2 years of sweat. Flights. Personal gestures, all torched by this spoiled interloper. Lisa pushed through the crowd, face thunderous. Tell me that nepotism nightmare didn't just nuke your deal day. She did. Lisa gripped her hand. This stinks. I've heard whispers. Harrington's been scheming cuts. Setting up reasons for layoffs. Firing you now? Too convenient. Emily's stomach twisted. Paranoia? Or truth? In corporate America, betrayal lurked in every shadow. Favors traded like currency. Merit often sidelined for connections. Upstairs in CEO Elena Vasquez's suite, the fallout ignited. Elena had prepped champagne. Press releases for the $3 billion coup. Victor's recount turned her excitement to fury. She summoned Harrington. Voice like steel. He arrived sweating. Sophia trailing smugly. Misunderstanding, he blustered. But Elena snapped. Your daughter fired Emily Chen in front of witnesses, minutes before our biggest deal. Sophia piped up. She broke dress code. I'm upholding standards. Victor interjected quietly. Do you know who Emily is? Some slob employee. She's why I'm here. The only one who saw me as a person. Not a payday. He showed photos. Emily at his son's graduation. Chatting with his mom in Vietnamese. The annual flower delivery. Business is personal. Trust isn't in suits, it's in actions. And you fired her for clothes while she built this deal from scratch. The room iced over. Harrington paled. Elena's knuckles whitened. A mistake. Victor stood. Hiring unqualified family with firing power? That's rot at the core. He left. No Emily. No deal. Elena turned on Sophia. My office. Alone. Harrington watched his empire crack. The deal meant to secure his legacy now ashes thanks to his enabling. Back in the lobby. Emily's phone pinged. Stay put. Not over. Victor. Whispers buzzed like hornets. Lisa squeezed her arm. Whatever's next. You didn't earn this crap. The elevator dinged. Victor emerged. Beelining for Emily. Outside. She nodded. Grabbing her bag. Ignoring Sophia's shrill echoes from the hall. This betrayal's wound festered. But revenge simmered beneath quiet. Calculated. Born of years silenced by the system. The crisp morning air hit like a slap as they crossed to a nearby bench-lined plaza. Victor sat. Silent at first. Fountain water murmuring like unspoken regrets. Emily broke it. I'm sorry for dragging you into this mess. For wasting your time. Wasting? Emily. Stop. That girl exposed Apex's true colors and it's not yours. Tears pricked. But she held them. They judged me like dirt because I don't play the game their way. Victor nodded. Eyes distant. I know that look. Arrived here with nothing. Got sneered at for my accent. My clothes. But I built Trantech on grit. Not gloss. You have that integrity they can't buy. He typed on his phone. Showed her. VP of Partnerships at Trantech. Double salary. Relocation to San Francisco. Stocks. The works. Work with me. Build real ties. The numbers blurred her vision, freedom from the toxicity. Validation she'd craved. Victor. I don't know. Think on it. But remember, loyalty's earned. Not owed after betrayal. He squeezed her shoulder. Left her reeling. Her phone exploded. Lisa, get up here. Chaos. The elevator ride felt eternal. Shouts leaking from executive floors. Lisa met her. Elena fired Sophia. Ugly scene. Through glass walls. Sophia raged. Elena stone-faced. Threatened lawsuits. Screamed discrimination against privileged folks. Elena called security. Sophia stormed out. Guards in tow. Screeching into her phone. Dad. They fired me for doing my job. Fix it. Emily's phone rang. Elena's office. She entered. Heart pounding. Elena looked drained. a titan weathered by her own compromises. Sit. I owe you apologies, starting with hiring that girl on nepotism. James pushed, I caved. Costly error. She opened Emily's file. 5 years. 14 mergers worth $1.8 billion. 98% retention. Endless hours. You built the Tran deal on pure trust. And she fired you over pants. Elena's voice cracked. Victor's gone. Deal's dead. Restructuring means cuts, jobs lost, because I let this fester. Guilt gnawed Emily. Though undeserved. Elena offered, Senior VP of Client Relations. 35% raise. Board seat. New policies, no nepotism. Merit-only hires. Solid. But Emily's wounds ran deep, betrayal scar. The system's silence that enabled it. And Victor won't budge. Dead to us. Emily thought of Tran's offer. Escape from the rot. But also Lisa. Tom. The men's she'd lifted innocence in the crossfire. Can I mull it? Take time. But, Emily. This exposed our flaws. I ignored them too long. Help me fix it, or don't. Your call. Leaving. Elena added, James resigned. End of month. It should have felt triumphant. But it was hollow, a father's downfall from shielding his daughter's venom. In the garage. Emily's phone buzzed. James Harrington. Parking level 3. 5 minutes. Curiosity and unresolved fury drew her. He leaned on his luxury sedan. Deflated. I ask you. Thank you for coming. Sophia was wrong, inexcusable. I own it. Do you? You raised her to bulldoze people. Pulled strings for her spot. He winced. Guilty. Spoiled her. Excused everything. Thought I was helping, really. I crippled her. Why tell me? Begging you, stay. Take my VP role. Full perks. Sophia's gone for good. Emily stared. The offer a twisted olive branch. You watched me grind for years. Respecting everyone. Building real bonds. You're what I failed to teach her. But rage flared. This company's poisoned by favors like yours. How many got screwed over connections? He averted eyes. Too many. She turned away. The deal? Save it for the 200+ employees. Their families. Not me, they're innocent. It struck deep. Betrayal's price wasn't just hers. Home felt claustrophobic. Offers mocked her from screens, Elena's reform. Victor's fresh start. At dusk. Victor called, how are you? Torn. Offers from both. But trust shattered. Gut check, fight or flee. I've done both, betrayals hit hard. But honesty guides. Post-call. Darkness amplified doubts, revenge by leaving. Letting Apex crumble? Or stay? Force change from within? A knock, Lisa with takeout. Info dump. 3 more execs quit, Harrington's cronies. Elena's auditing hires. No more backdoor deals. Emily sipped wine. She's serious? Scared straight. But with your board seat. You could enforce it. Pizza cooled uneaten. Victor's double pay. No BS. Take it. You owe nothing after that humiliation. But the layoffs. I could sway Victor. Lisa eyed her. You've decided to fight. Midnight talks wrestled obligations, self versus others. Vengeance versus redemption. At 3 a.m. Lisa texted. Harrington fired outright. Elena's purging. We need you. Clarity hit. Revenge wasn't destruction. It was reclamation. Dawn found Emily at Elena's door. I accept with conditions. Transparent hires. Blind reviews. Anonymous reports. My veto on team additions. Quarterly audits published. Elena agreed instantly. Not done. I'll pitch Victor a retry. Elena hesitated. He's ghosting us. Let me as trusted kin. Not corporate drone. In her car. She dialed Victor. Staying at Apex. Senior VP. Bored. Pause. Sure. Needed. Trust me again, Elena's firing rod. Auditing favors. Give us 90 days to prove change. Unfair burden. For innocence. Victor. You built on heart. Help us rediscover ours. Sigh. 90 days. Reports on reforms. If real. We revisit. Relief crashed like waves. Back inside. Buzz hummed, hope in eyes. Lisa grinned, saved it. Probation. Document everything. Days blurred, promotions announced. Policies rolled. Audits scheduled. Revenge morphed, quiet dismantling of the old guard. Empowering the overlooked. Lunch brought Sophia's email, defensive at first. Then cracked admission. Wrong. Lived on handouts. Never earned respect. Now at a startup. Grinding daily. Hardest lesson, work matters. Not facade. Hope Apex earns you. Flawed apology. But a fracture in entitlement. Emily archived it, proof change rippled. Even to betrayers. 3 months on. Victor reviewed evidence, blind hires. Firings of protected deadweight. Soaring morale surveys. Impressive. You led this. Team effort. Ready to sign. Pen scratched, deal revived. Relief? Tears nearly fell. 6 months later. Emily's office overlooked the skyline. Desk photo capturing the signing. Her. Victor. Elena. Flanked by Lisa. Tom, survivors who'd fought. Mentoring a new hire raw talent. No connections, she asked. Tell me about the people. Not projections. As the analyst lit up. Emily smiled. Betrayal's scar remained. But from it grew something stronger. A company reborn. Where trust trumped ties. And revenge's price was paid in progress. Yet in quiet moments, she wondered the cost to her soul, silence broken. But echoes of pain lingered. A reminder that some wounds shaped you forever.